All right, what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to FxProNow.com, where our goal is to be able to help you make an extra $1,000 a month trading Forex online at home with your families. We're going to jump back a bit. So Monday when we got on here, we entered it on a sell. I forgot to get into this. It's not like we lost too much, but when I mentioned to get into the sell, we were it was the 26th at 10 p.m. So we were here. So we were there. So with that being the case, it hasn't moved crazy at all. You'd be up 20 pips. And at the most, you would have had like 30 pips on there or something like that. Nothing crazy. The moves that I generally look for are moves that are 100 pips, 200 pips. That's usually what I catch. So this is just the beginning of it, and not even the beginning of it. Actually, we actually entered in the first time right here, and our goal is to be able to really stretch this down. I think it's like 240 pips, 290 pips, as you can see here. That's the actual move. Anyways, so this is just a pullback from the move. It's just a pullback inside of the actual move itself. As you can see, point A, point B, point C, and then this will be the continuation. All right. So, yeah, I mean, like, this is generally like what we were saying on Monday. You know what I'm thinking? I may just have it where it's Mondays. We have this week in the markets for the free peeps. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays, we have just our students. I think that would make more sense. Yeah, but here, either way, it's here. I want you to see what I just saw just now. It seems as though there's a level of support that has popped up. I went to the daily time frame. Here's the thing. Every time frame, the candles are going to be different, right? There's going to be a different look to the candle. So you see how right here there's a level of support. You see that? There's a level of support right here. Boom, 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 boom. And then you see wicks, wicks, wicks. This is what we call seller's exhaustion. Okay. This is what we call seller's exhaustion, where price is having a hard time pushing through here. Okay. On the H4 time frame, though, you'll see it looks different. This is the same blue line that we had. We call it a random line. And we have a full candle that actually closes beyond this line. But on the daily time frame, what do you see? You see that it actually sits on top. So this is why I tell people, don't just look at just one time frame. That's not going to do what you need. You need to look at each time frame, and each time frame matters. And when you get started with us, and you'll really see what time frame is for what, and also you'll see generally on a higher time frame, the higher time frame matters more than the lower time frame in some senses. All right. Anyways, so we see a level of support there. That's just something to look at, right? That's just something to look at. But we do have this area that actually closes beyond that area right there. Let me just jump back onto the daily time frame and just check to see something real quick. Let's see if we did something like this. Hold this here. It's not telling me anything. Excuse me. It's not telling me anything, bro. All right, I'm going to put that back. This is for the H4 time frame, and we're just looking for price to continue to the downside. But it is having a hard time pushing further than this area right here, as you can see. But mostly because there was this level of support that popped up, and people are seeing that, and they're wondering, okay, is price gonna push beyond this level? And that's why this popped like that. Price, people saw, okay, it hit this area, came up, hit this area again. Okay, it's probably a level of support. Came up, got to the same area, was having an issue, and probably a large company or whatever it is popped it back up. And now we're in this area again. All right, which is going to be pretty interesting. Hopefully, it just continues. But we'll see. I'm not even going to go to a lower time frame and really speak about it because this is not really going to tell us much. Yeah, it doesn't really tell us much. The short time frame, though. This is enough. Yeah, we're making lower lows and lower highs. Well, generally lower highs. So, this is still a downtrend. It's been a downtrend for a long time. I don't see this making any pops or anything like that to the upside. So, hopefully we do have this continue to the downside though. But yeah, that's why it's always best to enter in at the highest point of the pullbacks and stuff like that, not halfway through, because that's when you start second guessing yourself and stuff like that. As you can see, this area right here, this was clean. This is exactly where you're supposed to enter in at. Price found this level of support right here. People are, thinking what's going on. Price popped over here. Still a lower low based on the H4 time frame. We're at this level of support again. I'm pretty sure it's going to pop down. And yeah, so this is another area where we found a level of support, pushed up, found a level of support right here again, and then but generally continue to the downside. But I don't see this as too crazy. As we can see, there's a good amount of wicks that do pop, beyond this area. And on the lower time frame, we do have many candles closing beyond this area as well. Price didn't see this as strong enough to continue its way to the upside. Price came back to this area, so I'm pretty sure people are saying this should continue. So I'm not going to enter in again on there. I don't mind missing out. If anything, I'll probably put an alert. Yeah, I'll put an alert here. Because sell stops and stuff like that, those are dangerous, man. I've made money on sell stops and sell limits and buy limits and sell limits and sell whatever it is, the stops and the limits, and sometimes they're good, sometimes yeah. So alerts work better for me because a lot of times what will happen is price will pop in that direction and then find some type of pullback because it did break some level of support or resistance. It does have to pull back, and sometimes it just keeps pulling back. And then it continues its way in the direction that you don't want it to continue. But either way. So hopefully you guys caught something. And if not, I understand why you wouldn't, because I'm literally speaking in as technical as I can be able to speak. But there are avenues that you could be able to learn from. There's ways that you could be able to actually get where you could be able to speak or do what I'm doing right here with no issue at all. There's many different ways. So if anything, we actually have a website. It's called FxProNow.com. We actually have a free 1-hour Forex training where I'll share a little bit about myself, and also I'll give us some tips, 5 tips, what I call 5 tips to become an FX Pro Now, 5 secrets. And with that being the case, you can be able to get a little bit more info from what we got going on. So greatly appreciate your time, guys. Peace. All right. Hey, let's see what's going on here. It seems as though, honestly, this is still finest level support, but I don't know. This is not something I would touch right now. We already caught this move. All right, what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to FxProNow.com. So we're at a level of support right now, and we've been here. for a good amount of time. It's just what AU is doing. You can't really do much about it. And this, let me tell you something. This move right here that we caught this whole thing beautiful. Now it's just here. And understand, we can enter in the sell. We can for the continuation, but price may have its pullback. Price may pull back right here. You really never know. And when it comes to this region right here, it's blah. Man. You don't want to be in there right now. So not much I can be able to say about this one. I do see price literally just continuing, but I wouldn't enter in right now. I'd rather it tell me, hey, I'm continuing by making lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, and breaking out of this region than just entering in just because I'm thinking it may X, Y, or Z. So yeah. With that being the case, nothing crazy on AU, but we do see that price should just continue to the downside, mostly because this area right here is looking like this area right here, and price literally just broke past this area, retested that broken level of support, and started making lower lows again, and it actually came back to that level again, and then price shot downwards, which is interesting. So I'm pretty sure this region right here is a strong region. Let's see. All right. I'm not gonna go that far. Excuse me. All right. So yeah, that's a little spiel on AU. Nothing crazy, but yeah, we have a bunch more information on FxProNow.com that you can be able to get access to. And if you have any questions, you can be able to scroll all the way to the bottom, and we have a section on there that you can be able to contact me and ask me whatever you please. Really appreciate your time, guys. Peace. All right, UJ. And here's the thing, guys, because I know you probably wondering, like, what the heck? There's nothing, there's nothing going on. Oh man, Salome. This is not where you watch This Week in the Market, Salome. You got to go on the YouTube, all right? All right. I didn't even realize. I hope that doesn't pop up on the thing. All right. What am I saying? So yeah, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to the markets, sometimes there's nothing happening. The way that the markets moves is it goes from stable from a stable position or area to unstable. So it goes from stable to unstable, meaning that it moves right into another area, and then stable, you can call it consolidated, and then it moves stable or consolidated, and then it becomes unstable, and then it moves to a new region, and then it goes boom, boom, boom. And as you can see, boom, 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 boom. And then it just keeps on doing that over and over and over. It moves from one price region to a new price region, one price region to a new price region. And this is where we are right now, in a price region where it's just stable. Nothing you can do about that. You know what I mean? So when people are looking at this, like, I don't know how it sounds, but like a job, it's not how this works, man. Sometimes you're not going to make money in a week. I want to say a month, because that's I don't think that could happen. But like in a week, 2 weeks, it'll probably be so stable where there's nothing going on, and you don't want to be in a market where it's choppy like this. And what does choppy mean? It's going to chop your account up. That's what will happen here. So that's why if I don't say anything, it's not like, whatever one may think. It's just that there's nothing available for my style. For somebody else's style that, you know, scalps and stuff like that, a scalper can make money all day long, but you got to be on the charts all day long. That's not what I want. I want to be, you know, my family and stuff like that. I was speaking to my my mom's friend, and I told her, you know, like I trade currencies, and she's like, "Oh, you must be on the computer all day." I'm like, "Nah, actually no." She's like, "Oh, how often do you trade?" Well, you know, I'll put in a trade on Monday and I'll look back at it on Wednesday or Thursday. Oh, okay. You know, that was a response, and that's how I would like to do it. I don't want to be on the charts all day long. I want to do other things. Maybe that's, you know, what you would like, maybe not. But, you know, I want to be able to create the habit of my trading style to be something where I could be on a beach and not even think about the charts. We were on vacation not too long ago. We were on a cruise, and you know, one of our friends that actually came with us, she's like, "Oh, you know, you haven't talked about Forex at all." Yeah, nah, you know, I just don't, you know, like I talk about it, but like I want to be able to be on it. Oh, I want to be able to be on a trade and just not think about it. For example, I remember I put in a trade before I went onto the cruise, right? And once I went onto the cruise, you know, I was telling our friend, another friend of mine that was on the cruise with us as well, as we were at this comedy show. I'm like, "Oh, I'm in this trade right now. I don't have no stop loss," and I'm like, you know, when I got into the cruise, I just put in the trade and it just left, you know, and hopefully it takes my if I take profit. It got close, but it still closed out a profit. But like that's how I want it to be, where I can just enter into a trade and just let it rock. Maybe that's the style that you would like as well. All right, so let's continue. All right. So what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to FxProNow.com. We're looking at UJ, and it's still in this area. And mind you, we're looking at the daily chart, and it's still in this area. We were making money all day long for like what? From April? No, it was actually from here. From January till August. So like what, 7 months making money. And now this area is in the consolidated state. It's gonna move to a new area. And it's just in this area right now. So all right. So what I'm thinking is the fact that this should not continue to the downside. I'm almost sure this is going to find a level of support. As you can see, find a level of support over here. It may or may not find a level of support over here as well. But I think my chances are higher that this will find a level of support and continue to the upside than not and continue to the downside. I just don't think that it's going to, but I could be wrong. So we found a level of support here, level of support here, level of support here, level of support here, level of support here. All throughout this region right here, we have, you know, levels of support. We have like this monthly key level. It's not really close, but we have one here. We have one here. We have one here on this weekly key level, right? And it seems as though this is a strong one right here. We have this level of resistance, and then price, you know, pushes down through here. Price pushes through it, retests it. So this obviously is an area that is important. This 105 area, it's obvious. We have a level of support here and a level of support here. We have, I don't know if this is a true trend line. I could be completely off, right? And we have this trend. This is an obvious trend line right here. Obvious. And this does find a level of support on this trend line as well. Confluence with this, and what confluence means is two things happening in the same area, right? You can call it coincidence as well. And weekly key level with this trend line right here, okay? So with that being the case, I think we found a level of support, and I don't really counter trade or anything like that, but we have, you know, a pretty significant amount of space to get to, you know, 38.2, but UJ doesn't really just pull back to just 38.2. UJ typically goes to 61.8, 78.6, and this could honestly do a full retracement. You know, you never know. So at the least 200 pips, I'm seeing, you know, 400 pips. So I think it's worth it to go. You could call it here. Let's see what this is doing on the higher time frame. This is kind of making, you know, higher highs. I mean, higher lows. Let's look on the weekly time frame and see how this is looking. I think we're gonna come back to here, man. We'll see. All right, let's take this off. You know what? I'm actually gonna put this back because there's times that I'll get into a trade and I just forget why I'm in it, and then close out like, all right, this is getting annoying, and then I'll look back, you know, a month, 2 months later, and see these type of things, and realize like, oh crap, it actually went there. And I suggest you guys do stuff like this as well, because it builds up your confidence over time. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna hop in. The stop loss is gonna be pretty far, because this is like a large move, and I don't want to get wicked out for something stupid. So I'm also going to go in a low lot size, so that nothing gets hit. Okay, boom. The reason why I'm pulling out fibs right here is because I want to be able to get a ratio of how far I should put my stop loss. And what I mean by a ratio is I'm not just putting it anywhere. I'm putting it at, you know, a certain area, because how this works here. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll put it to here. So I'll put it at 103.9, maybe. I may even put it to like 103 flat. What is that, 103 flat? And understand, not everybody can be able to make this trade, because not everybody can be able to withstand this kind of pullback. But yeah, I'm not even, the reason why is because I'm really not even gonna look at this trade. I'm just gonna let this one rock. And I'm going to say 110 point. No, I don't want to be greedy. 109.8. We see confluence at 61.8, and 109.8 is there as well. I'm gonna pull out this thing right here. This is what we call a it just shows you the volume where the market shows a lot of movement at a specific price level. And it's taking a long time to load, which is crazy. So I'm not even worried about that. So with that being the case, there's a lot. I'm not even gonna mess with that. There's too many. It's not really relevant. All right. So with that being the case, guys, hopefully you caught something. This is kind of really, really technical. And I wouldn't, expect anybody to be like, oh, this, I get it if this is a little like, what the heck? But this is very simple to learn. The only thing that really matters though is the amount of emotional stability that you have to be able to withstand this type of game right here that we're playing. So with that being the case, guys, I greatly appreciate your time, man. And we'll go from there. FxProNow.com is our website. We have a bunch of content that you can be able to get access to on there. Really appreciate your time. Peace. All right, let's see if there's anything we can do on GJ. This right here is only an intraday type thing. To tell you the truth, man. And it's something you would have to be paying attention to. Because there's literally nothing going on here that I would even touch. This is all intraday. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we could do. All right, might as well record. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to FxProNow.com. What we're looking at is GJ right now. When it comes to GJ, this is all intraday type stuff. What does intraday mean? It's technically where you're making trades in between in a day. So it takes a trade anywhere from 1 hour to 23 hours to close. Scalping is, you can call it half a second to 59 minutes. You can call that scalping, right? My style is, you can call it swing trades. So the way that I like to trade are swing trades where they're lasting more than 1 day, but less than 2 weeks. That's generally where I'm at. I think my average trade is about, matters on like what I'm doing, but around 11 days, if I'm not mistaken. That's how long my trades take. But I'm closing out on trades that are 100 pips, 200 pips, 300 pips. And I get on here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes per chart. And I find what I'm looking for. I do my homework on it, enter in my trade, and let that thing rock. From time to time, start moving my stop loss. So I could be able to, whatever. Intraday, which is what we're about to talk about right now. The reason why we have to do intraday is because our style says we have to put point A all the way up here at 146, point B all the way to 126. That's 2,000 pips of a move right here. And when it comes to our EMA, which we put at 20, it's literally just touching the EMA. And I'm pretty sure this is going to continue to the downside, being the fact that this EMA is obviously holding this down. Okay. So because I'm because I now know what's going on in the higher time frame, the daily time frame, and I can see this EMA is pushing this downwards. And we do have this engulfing candle right here, this candle right here, engulfing this one right here. I'm gonna still, you know, pull this to the downside. So that's going to be my bias on the higher time frame. Doesn't matter in the lower time frame, maybe not. Let's look on the H4 time frame, see how this is moving. H4 time frame, we see a level of support. It may be hard to be able to see that, but you can be able to tell that there's kind of some level of support right here. And then we can kind of see that there's, you know, some stuff happening over here. Kind of. I'm just going to hit as many wicks as I can. All right. I know this is popping up over here, but it's just something that I saw real quick. And I'm almost sure we're going to break through this, this thing right here. All right. And we also have one price pulled up. All right. That's fine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm pretty sure this is going to pop to the downside. So I'm going to catch this. So the H2 time frame. Yeah, this should pop. And boom, boom. And then as you can see, this slid. All right. So how much did I make on that? That's not bad. Oh, snap. Today's a good day. All right. So GJ. So here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and hop into this one right here. I got to figure out here. I'm just going to do, let's see how, here. We're going to do this from point A. This really popped down here, man. Sheesh. Point A, point B. That should not be a point A. Boom. Yeah, that's not it. This is it. It's got 61.8. So the stop loss is pretty high. Oh, no, just 100 pips. Yeah, just 100 pips. All right. All right. And why do I put it that far? Because tight stop losses are not what you want. People think that you want to be able to, I don't know. Yes, you want the top, as close stop loss as you can, but you want to let that thing breathe, man. The more you let it breathe, the better, I promise. So what would that be? 100. Yeah. So we're going to let that go. I don't know. Market. And we're going to go to 130.7. And we're going to just let this thing rock to right here. Sheesh. Crypto's freaking going crazy right now. And you know, so wild, guys. Every move that Bitcoin has done for the past 3 weeks, I called every single cent of that. And if anything, we'll break that down. That's it. Called every penny. Every penny. Anyways, so so yeah, this should be, you know, a nice move. How many? 124. Nothing crazy. Honestly, we could probably go. Is this a weekly? No, this isn't. I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is a fibs. I wouldn't be surprised. We could even go to like 125, 125.9. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's do this. From here to here, the second green box. I called these moves. I don't even know when. And it goes right into there. Anyways, so if price starts getting close to this 127.9 area, or I have it at 128, I'm gonna move I'll probably get out of half of my trade there and let the rest rock to 125.9. Because this is a key level for me. And if you don't know what key levels are, you'll learn it in our course and stuff. All right. So yeah, this should be simple. Yeah. This should give a lot of space. And here's the thing, guys, like please don't just jump in just because. You got to understand. If you don't understand what the heck I just said, don't get in this. You got to understand what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this should pop through here. All right. So if you caught something on this, great. If not, I share my style and the way that I trade on FxProNow.com. We have a bunch of content that you can be able to get access to. There's a video on there. If anything, press play on that video. It's like 1 minute, and it'll direct you to something else, and we'll go from there. Right? FxProNow.com. FxProNow.com. Let's get it. All right. Do I want to break down Bitcoin? Whatever. Literally every penny, man. This may take long. Bitcoin. Oh, man. It's still here. I got all of that. All right. So we're going to go to the H4. I'm going to break down this whole thing, man. And mind you, you can look on my trading view. Go on my trading view, and I want you to see here. No, let me record it. Oh my God. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to FxProNow.com. What we're looking at is Bitcoin. Here's the thing, guys. I hold Bitcoin, right? I hold Bitcoin, and I'm a huge advocate for cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. A while back, I want to say it was early August. You can look at my trading view. I want you to look at my trading view and look at the last chart that I put up for Bitcoin. Right? Literally, everything that's happening with Bitcoin right now, I put it up. And it's so funny because on this other platform that I post my stuff on, these people are like, oh, that's not what Bitcoin's going to do. And it was so funny because it's like, okay, why not? Like, you don't even know why I even put it. Somebody also wrote, random lines or whatever it is. It's like, nigga, you probably don't even have lines in your thing. Anyways, so I told people, hey, listen, price is going to pull up to here. Consolidate in this area. You see that green box right here? Mind you, look, I really, really, really want you to go into my trading view and look at my last Bitcoin chart. When you go on there, be like, oh, I saw it, right? It'll go into this box right here, and then from there, push downwards. What they wrote on there was, oh, Bitcoin's not going to go back to 9,000. 9,000, right? And what I'm saying is a price should get into this region right here, this green box right here, possibly even hitting this level support right here, and then, which I'm going to be extremely happy about, get into 16,800 and stuff like that. I don't know how long this is going to take, but it may take some time, but this is what I predict. So let me show you why. Random lines. Out of here, bro. All right. So how did I do this? The way that I did this was from here. So point A to point B. This is where price was. This is where I start. This is where it started right here. From point A to point B, right? Okay. So from point A to point B, I knew that this was going to start forming a downtrend. How? How did I know? Because this did it. This is what told me right here. That one right there. So we have point A, point B, point C, point D. You'll see. So point A here, boom. Point A here, point B here, point C here at 78.6. And then from there, 78.6 right there. And then from there, price started pushing downwards. Price didn't get to negative 27%. So it still has to pull down. It still had some movement to go downwards, right? And we have this daily right here, negative 27% in confluence with this daily right here. So that's where I was like, okay, price should start pulling down. All right. So next, we have point A, point A, point B. Like this right here, it's 38.2. Price came back to this area, held as a level support. From being the fact that it held as a level support, it still technically is most likely going to find a retracement again, right? And what does it hit again? 78.6, right? Negative 27% in this green area right here, okay? Oh, so that's how I figured out, price is going to get into this region over here, actually. So right here, we're going to put point B here, point A, point B, point C. And the reason why I had this green box from here to here is because this is where 50% is, from here to there. So I figured price is going to start consolidating in this area right here. And that's exactly what it did, right? And then what I said was, hey, listen, price will start pushing downwards after that, right? As you can see, this purple line right here, price will start pushing downwards into that and then go to negative 27%, right? And that's where we're starting to push downwards here, right? So that's what this is. And then where's, like how are we going to, start popping upwards after that? Let's go to the daily time frame. And we're going to now do the, oh, it's already on there. Now we're going to go ahead and do the uptrend for this move right here. So the reason why I had this to be this whole region right here is because price already got to 38.2. Price came up, held as a level of resistance. Price started pushing downwards now, right? So we have 50%, right, in confluence with my daily key level, right? And we have 61.8% in confluence with my H4 key level. Mind you, I broke down these charts. I made these key levels. When did I make this key level? I made this key level. Check this out. In February 15th, 2018. We're in August 2019. A year and a half ago, I made these lines. That's how important key levels are. If you don't know what key levels are, if you don't know how to do them, you should find out how to do them. For real. For real, for real, for real. Anyways, so as you can see, this 50% in confluence with this daily. 61.8 generally in confluence with this H4 key level. And what's also interesting is the fact that we have a level of resistance right there, and it's in confluence with our 61.8. So I have the region as my H4 key level, the daily key level, 50%, 61.8, this level of resistance right here. There's many different things going on. Price will get there. Here's the thing, guys. I promise you, it's vital. If price gets into that region and you don't have Bitcoin or you want to get more or whatever it is, that is probably the cheapest that you're ever going to get Bitcoin if Bitcoin is an actual thing. I feel like I messed up by when I stopped paying attention to Bitcoin in this area right here. And I'm pretty sure that's what this was for. That's why that drop happened so significantly. The whole world, if the whole world, as far as like people that really have loads of wealth, real information, they bought everything at this price. For the people that missed it, and when I mean I missed like the Winklevoss twins buying at $7 per Bitcoin, like missed that, or the people that were buying at $100, $200, less than $1,000, people that missed the $1,000 and under, everybody bought there. So this would be your next chance, honestly, right? In this region right here. So whatever you want to do. So how do I say, you know, price should get to 16,000 after that? Well, what do we see here? Point A at the low in this 3,000 area. Point B, 13,800. Point C, this region right here. Point D, negative 27% in confluence with my daily. So I have this as a region. You can look back. I said this August something. This is before I went on the cruise, by the way. This was a trade that I put in as I was on the cruise. I was like, ooh, let that one rock. And I entered up here. So, yeah. Yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I caught this right here. What's the general trend? So I caught this one right here, and I'm waiting for price. And mind you, I wrote this once price got into this region right here. Once it popped up like this, I was like, oh, that's a fake. Price continued, boom, 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 boom. And mind you, I was in crazy negative because I entered in by mistake by a freaking sell stop with this stupid ass wick right here, and then price whoop, crazy negative. I'm like, nah, this is a bullshit. I held the whole thing, and then shoot, boom. Caught that right there. I got out because I want to be surprised price to start to pop, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for price to, and I wrote this before this happened. No, right when this happened. I was like, make a sell here after price pushes to 9,400. I wish that price got to 9,400 because it would hit my take profit. It got really close. You know what was crazy? My take profit was at 9,500. Look at that. 9,501 is right there. Look where the wick went. 9,527. And I got out here because I saw it late. Either way, like that was freaking crazy, man. Like I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, so I see price getting back to this H4 key level right here, 61.8. So I have an alarm set here. I wanted to put a sell limit. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that again. So hopefully price pops back up here, and I'm gonna put the load right there, man. So I said a lot, but with that being the case, guys, I don't know what you call it, but I promise you, man, like understanding this stuff, man, it is so powerful. And I'm not even as good as I know I can be. Oh, and it's so crazy because like when it's gonna be so cool when not just myself, but I could be able to bring friends of ours on trips, cruises every 3 weeks, man. Every 3 weeks. Why do I say every 3 weeks? Because the way that it'll work is, we'll go. So let's say January 1st, 3 weeks goes by. At the end of January, we have a trip. We come back February 1st, right? 3 weeks goes by. At the end of February, we have a trip. March 1st, we're at home, let's say, or wherever we're going to be. 3 weeks goes by. So every 3 weeks, we have a trip. Yes. Every 3 weeks. Who's down? All right. Really appreciate your time, guys. We have a website called FxProNow.com. And that was a real question. Who's down? Yeah, man. We have a website, FxProNow.com. Go on there if you like anything of our style and stuff like that. Share this with a friend as well. Who do you know wants to go on a trip every 3 weeks? Like that's a part of our thing. Like our company is literally centered around vacations. We just went on one last week. I'm going on another one Sunday. This was a 1.5 week break. But and then I can't go on vacation for another couple something. Oh, for you guys that don't know, my fiance is pregnant, so we're gonna have another something in December. We don't know if it's a girl or boy yet, so we can't take a trip for like another 6 months. It sucks after that, but either way, 3 weeks, every 3 weeks. That's the plan. Let's get it. FxProNow.com. We have a bunch of content on there. Let's get it. All right. So hopefully you guys caught something on there. What I'm thinking about doing. Oh, very important, guys. Again, I'm going on a trip Sunday. Being the fact I'm going on a trip Sunday, no, this week in the market's Monday. No, this week in the market's Wednesday. And also for people that are a part of the course, we may not have Thursday session. We're actually not supposed to have a session, right? We're actually not supposed to have a session because I'm going to be on the trip. But I found out that we're going to have internet. So I may or may not have the session. I don't want to say we're not, and I don't want to say we are because I don't know what we're going to be doing at 10. All right. But I think it would be dope if I could be able to do a session with you guys on the fucking cruise, on my balcony, in my room. I think that would be really, really cool because I've always imagined to do my sessions like this on a trip. So, yeah, this is going to be cool, man. All right, greatly appreciate your time, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave a comment on the actual video, please, on the actual video. Everybody like this video right now. If you're watching this right now, like it. Anytime you hop on a video with us, like it real quick because it helps our page. And it helps us, it helps YouTube know that, they should push this out to other people. So like it, please, and leave a comment on it. Not just in this chat box thing, because the chat box doesn't do shit for the algorithm, which is stupid. You would think that they would use this chat box as like something important. But yeah, like the page, like the video, please. And also scroll down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. I don't know why they have it all the way down here. It's just freaking retarded, bro. I don't know. It's somewhere on here. You could be able to get into the comments. I think it's after the video is done, something like that. And yeah, after you do that, guys, you want to make sure that you guys are subscribed. And also, there's a bell that's next to the subscribe button. You want to click on that, because when you click that, you'll actually be alerted when we do a video, all right, or when I post up a new video or something like that. All right, guys, greatly appreciate your time. Peace.